Cargo net. Right? 5K cargo net has a rated capacity of 5,000 pounds, minimum safe flying load of 500 pounds. You're looking for anything between those two numbers in your load break. When you start getting at your apex, just like all apexes, you're going to make sure it's probably configured for the aircraft inbound. You got a pin, spacer if you have UH-60 inbound, a bolt, castellated nut facing outwards, and a cotter pin. You're going to drop it, move your way up to your grab hook assembly. First thing you're going to check is make sure your grab hook assembly is not inverted. You're making sure that the roller portion is on the inside of the potted eye and that there are no chains running through the potted eye. You're going to turn it over and you're going to check your link count. 1, 2, 3. That's our link count. Next thing we're going to check is to make sure our lifting chain is routed one time and one time only through the manufactured apex. This is the first of 5 things we're going to check at our manufactured apex. Alright, routed once and once only. That's our first thing. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to find our number 1 hook. We can find that by finding the furthest hook from this manufactured notch right there. Follow it all the way around. This is our number 1. That number 1 needs to be tethered with a piece of type 3 nylon to the manufactured apex. That's 2. Third thing you're going to check for is tape going all the way around the hooks. On test day, it's probably going to look a little something like this. It'll either be there or it won't. No tomfoolery. Alright, that's your third thing. Your fourth thing you're going to be looking for is your hooks alternating. It doesn't matter if the first one is facing up or down, as long as the rest in sequence follow suit. Up, down, checking to make sure they're alternating. That's 4. Time for our 5th point of inspection. Alright, we're looking right here at the load. It's a little clogged. I'm going to make everything look nice and neat so we can check our hook sequence without having any problems. That's the way it should look. You're going to come over here, you're going to find your number 1, and you're going to grab any lifting leg coming from your number 1. You're going to give it a gentle tug to see where it comes from.
Grab it.
As we can see, that just came from the center of the load. Now we're going to go to our number 2 hook, and we're going to pull a lifting leg on that. Your number 2 should come from the center as well. Comes from the center. That tells us our hook sequence is good. Alright, hypothetically speaking, this is how it should look vice versa. Should this be our number 1, and it comes all the way from the left side, and this was our number 2, it should come all the way from the right side of the load. Alright, your hooks should either come both from the center or from both sides of the load. Now that we know our hook sequence is good, we've checked all 5 things at the manufactured apex, we're ready to get started up here on our lifting legs. You're going to check your 3 mandatory breakaways, which are made of 1/4-inch cotton webbing. You're going to make sure that you have 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to make sure that they're flat and rough to the touch. They are 1/4-inch cotton webbing. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick all the lifting legs up off the ground. You're going to start from one side and rotate it all the way around, visually inspecting to make sure none of these lifting legs are on the outside of any of these 1/4-inch cotton webbings. One of these on the outside of 1 1/4-inch cotton webbing would be a deficiency. And then you're going to come up to the load itself. Next thing you're going to check is to make sure your lifting legs are not misrouted through the mesh. You're going to do this by grabbing one side, lifting it upward and towards the center of the load. If you can see a piece of your lacing cord, doesn't matter if it's just this much or if you can see that much. As long as you can see lacing cord, you're good to hook. On the one directly in front of you, it's already lifted over the center of the load, so all you need to do is make sure that you can lift it up in the air. You can see your lacing cord, obviously you're good. Come to this side, lift it up and towards the center of the load. I see my lacing cord, I know I'm good. Then we're going to do my last one, which is right here. Lift it up and towards the center of the load. You see your lacing cord right in here. It's good. Next thing you're going to check your lacing cord to make sure the hole is smaller than the smallest item in the load. After that, you're going to ensure that it's secured with a secure knot. The only secured knot here at the Air Assault School is a square knot. It's 2 interlocking bites that you can push together and they come apart. Your excess needs to be rolled and taped and secured to itself. Only to the excess, not through the lacing cord. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to walk around the load Inspecting the LBZ, the yellow border cord, which is also called the load bearing zone, ensuring that 75% of the load is inside the load bearing zone. After you've inspected all of that, that completes your inspection sequence of the 5K cargo net.